Yeah, nope. It is the day before Valentine's Day, February 13th. Having a good time. I peeped at the video I made yesterday, and there was a lot of fucking wind in the video. So I pointed the fan away from me a little bit. Yo, nothing much to say really. I'm doing really good today. Slight like shift in how I'm thinking. I talked with Owen yesterday, and yeah, I realized that my two pure focuses in my entire life right now, one should be the business and two should be my weight. And that really put it in perspective, because I was saying about all this other bullshit and I just was neglecting that I had to hit a calorie deficit. Because what will happen, I'll try really hard and then I'll just give it up so easily. Like I won't even fight to like get the calorie deficit in. I'll just give up at any sign of pain or like discomfort at the end of the day, because I'll behave really good during the day and then I'll blow it at the end of the day thinking it's alright because I did alright the whole day, but that's not how it works. So yeah, that's a little note. What I did today, I woke up at a good time. I woke up at 6:30 a.m. Went straight to work. No snooze or anything. I went to sleep. I woke up at 6:30 a.m. I did my entire routine besides my self-T packet, because I just want to make more time to watching self-T videos. I did my entire routine. I had an okay workout. My wrist and my hip flexor is kind of fucked up. I think my hip flexor is getting better. It was so sore. It was hurting so much. My wrist is kind of fucked. So kind of annoying, because if I only got dumbbells at home, there's only so much I could do without my wrist. I could do a bunch of could do a bunch of calisthenics, but I didn't feel like it. So it's also my responsibility that I didn't have a great workout as well. But that's the point. Today I'm getting a business checking account with Mercury. One, because I think it's time, and two, because the real reason why I actually did that is because Zen Payments, the processor for the partner that I'm going to give to the dropshipping guy so that we can get going, they want a voided check under business name. So I set up a processor that would do that for me, and they seem really good. So it might low-key become my processor, unless like there's hella taxes and shit, which I don't want to do until I actually make enough money to even worry about taxes. So there's that. There's a little thing I did today. I'm just saying about the little stuff before I get to the big stuff. Besides that, not much. Not really. I was supposed to hire someone today, but they didn't show up. There's so many little things I got to do to kind of clean up the entire system, but that's not a priority right now, honestly. So what I did today, and what is a priority, is watching the goddamn self-T videos. I'm getting a lot of sun. I say that while I'm indoors walking, while I usually be outside, but right now, when it comes to doing work that doesn't require a fuck ton of shit on the computer, I just go outside and do it on my iPad. It's actually great. It's actually really, really good. It's not like most enjoyable, but at least I'm getting sun. I think one of the things though that's making the most pain in my life is just the lack of social interaction. And I want to figure out how I could subsidize that, or if I just decide to like not even worry about it and just push through until I get to my goal, so then I could like just completely change my life, to be honest. I literally just want to kind of like grind until I can't, or until I get like 10,000 saved up, which shouldn't be that much. It's nothing. So just like, as soon as I get to the point where I put all my energy in my business and I could just book as many appointments and take them and sell them, like I'm gonna make the money faster than I could blink. So that's 100% truth. But today I watched 2.0 Nature of Aim of the self-T module. I want to watch more than one video today. Yesterday I watched the video and then I kind of fucked off and I didn't really do as much work as I would like to in the second half of the day. It happens a lot. And I need to really get in like this new routine, which new routine is wake up at the same time and the workday ends at 4 p.m. And again, the goal is to make it less stressful and to actually have there be more work hours from less stress. Because if my workday ends at fucking 8 p.m. and I wake up at 6:30, like a lot of the times I'll just avoid the pain. I wouldn't be able to do it. So I'm starting small now, and I actually believe that that's gonna actually give me more work hours, because I'm actually gonna commit to the schedule rather than just like saying, oh, it's so long, like it's fine if I just chill, right? I want to eliminate that, so that's what I'm doing with that. I already talked about it, but just a reminder. And then, yeah, today I watched about 75% of 2.0. I need to remind myself this as well. I'm just gonna say it verbally so I could maybe remind myself, but I need to do the action items. I have not done the action items for 1 or 2, because I do just want to like get through the videos, and then I could do the action items that would really help me. But the caveat is, if I do forget to do the action items, I'll probably be cooked. So I really got to do those. Another thing is, I got to stop picking my face, man. I'm really destroying my face. And being in the sun should help, but picking it so much, I'm just destroying it. So I got to stop doing that. And maybe even get a new brush, but I'm not even thinking about that. I don't want to, but there's so many things I should do, but I don't want to think about them because it takes away from the goal. I don't want to be the guy, like my biggest fear right now, this might be good for the journal. My biggest fear right now is having this huge hole, not having money or friends or anything, and then like focusing on stupid shit, right? Like it would be so retarded, right? I gotta focus the problem at hand, and then all that bullshit can take care of itself later, but not now. I want this right now. I want to focus on my 1 or 2 goals, which one of them is getting in fucking shape so I can feel confident. That's probably one of the most asymmetrical goals I can hit. The effort will be pretty like it's a lot of effort, but dude, the rewards are gonna be crazy. Lose a fuck ton of weight. I mean, honestly, I only need to lose like 30 pounds and I'll be fine. If I can get to 180 pounds, like I'll be fucking chilling. Right now I'm like 209. So on the bad side, my average is around 200 this year. Which at 200, I don't look too shabby, but still not presentable at all. It sounds so weird. It's mostly because of gyno. Like my stomach won't be that big, but again, I have fucking mantids, so that's not good at all. But if I get to 180, I reckon I could look pretty good. Hopefully 180, I can get, like, the mantis will go away. That's the really goal. If the mantis go away, like, I'll be fine. So my stomach's not that big, you know, at 210. If I go down to 180, everything will shrink nicely. So 1 is losing weight, and number 2 is obviously making fucking money, right? Because I really need that. I want to drop out of college. I want to move out of this place and actually start a new life. And obviously the only way I'm gonna do that is not having a job and getting money. And honestly, like, I know that a job could help, but I would honestly rather be homeless than work a job, because jobs take away your time, and that's all you got, bro. Like, you're not gonna get a fucking raise, bro. Like, come on, it's retarded. Especially with how smart I am. Like, jobs just out of the question. That's about it, though. Things are going right. I'm hurrying up and waiting for this parent processor bullshit. It's just like I'm waiting for the parent processor shit to work out, and I'm trying to be productive while waiting. So I'm watching the self-T videos and shit to really improve myself, and really because this whole situation kind of fucked me. Obviously, I've been in a huge like negative oscillation for like 2 months now. So obviously looking at the self-T videos can really help me get some insight on like the little nuances I've been overlooking and therefore been snowballing. And I already found a couple. I honestly already found a couple. One of them is my paradigm of chain of action. I thought that chain of action was like this exact step-by-step thing, and I'm not stupid enough to like believe that, but that's like what my mind has been programming to tell me, because like over time your brain forgets about information, so it only has so much to latch onto, and when you forget about critical information, it's kind of fucked, because then you're kind of deluding yourself. You're kind of like misinforming yourself. So the real intention of a chain of action, it's like a macro to-do list. And that's because obviously when you complete things, a lot of variables change. So you really cannot micromanage the future. It's just retarded. Like saying this exactly is gonna happen, and then exactly after that I gotta do this. It's stupid, because you can't predict things happening after you accomplish something, or after you figure something out, or after a problem comes. Like, you don't know. It's just stupid. So think about it more macro and flexible. A very flexible macro to-do list, but knowing at the same time that macro to-do list, if you complete it, like, you will definitely achieve your goal. So that's what a chain of action is. And so that it takes away so much stress, because when I make a chain of action, I always, like, I don't necessarily do it because, like, honestly, and that's like almost like a manifestation of it. If I didn't do my chain of action completely because I thought in the back of my head it had to be perfect and micro and exact, I didn't even bother doing it. It's like, this is how this shit, like, this is how cause and effect is, bro, sometimes. Just like that little misunderstanding creates that entire effect, right? And then another thing was, I forgot what it was, man. Let me think. Nah, it wasn't that. Fuck, I forgot. Wait, no, I remember now. It's about time. Yeah, okay, I remember. I thought I was gonna like mind blank, but I actually remembered. So it was about optimism and time. Now, what I thought, here's another like nuance I missed, is that I knew that you needed optimism to hit your goals, and belief, because that's the only way it happens, really. Like, you actually need that shit. If you don't believe it's gonna happen, it's not gonna happen, right? That's how it works. But I knew in the back of my head somewhere was like, it's bad to be optimistic, but I was like, what was Charlie talking about? Because Charlie like really preached you need to have belief and all this stuff, and then he said, don't be optimistic. But I watched the video, and it was about the specific detail he was talking about was, you need to have optimism about you hitting the goal and you're being able to do it, but be as pessimistic as possible with the time frame. Just the time frame, just like the time aspect. So that's something I really missed as well. Not that I missed it, but again, I watched this course like, 3 months ago? Actually, no, close to 5, man. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, it's February right now. And I think the last time I watched the course was like 5 months ago. Because, dude, time fucking flew. Like, actually, after the strike started, time actually flew. Like, October was 6 months ago. That's actually insane to think about, right? So 6 months ago. But, yeah, so, yeah, I watched that shit like a long time ago, and obviously you're gonna forget nuances and things, which, if you like, because if you think about my perspective, right, I learned something, I apply it massively, right? That's what anyone should do. When you learn something, you take that information, you treat it like gospel, right? That's how you judge things. When you learn something, it's like a new paradigm, right? So if you miss like a nuance or something, over time, it's inevitable that you're just gonna kind of, like, the effect of that misunderstanding is gonna like blow the fuck up, right? And not to say that to like be paranoid that like, oh, if I miss this little nuance and like I'm gonna be fucked. But that's another thing. I don't want to do that to myself, where it's like, I believe that I need to know absolutely everything because I know the possibility that it might blow up. But like something important that's a nuance, like for example, have optimism, but not for the time frame, right? And I took that to everything, and what the result was that because I hadn't digested that yet, I told myself I need to make 7K a month by October, bro, and I did not hit that, obviously. Honestly, One of them was because there's a lot of reasons why I didn't hit that goal by October. I didn't use mentorship. I tried to figure it out myself. Niche was very difficult. I'm figuring it out, but right now I kind of cracked it, honestly. And honestly, not enough inputs as well, because I was just not super. Actually, no, this October I'm talking about here. Yeah, no, I was very focused on everything. Just a lot of things that, again, like I didn't know it was gonna happen in the future. So, yeah, I missed that nuance, which is like you have to be optimistic, but not for the time frame. And I did it for the time frame, and that actually has a pretty big effect. Like if you miss a goal by a time frame, you kind of think your subconscious starts telling you that you're kind of a failure. So that's a really big like impact, right? Like a little misunderstanding, but you can see how that stuff works. But my point is, it's only important to know like the important nuances, and not, you don't have to be paranoid about every nuance that you gotta like know everything, and if you get it wrong, you're fucked, right? It's not gonna happen. Because that's brutally just insane in my perspective right now. That's insane to be like, if I don't know if I miss a single nuance, I'm fucked. Like that makes no sense, right? Depends on the importance of the nuance. That's the end of my journal and my walk. I'm gonna go work. I'm gonna go commit to my little thing. I'm gonna work till 4, and then after 4 p.m. hits, I'm gonna stop working. But if I want to work, I'll keep working. If I want to keep watching the videos and taking notes, like 4 is just like you can relax. If you really feel like you want to do something, do it, right? And that should take away the stress of like, that should take away the frame that like I'm behind my schedule, because that just creates a fuck ton of stress, right? Like when you're thinking to yourself and you're telling yourself in your head that you're not doing enough, then it's kind of like shit. But at the same time, again, the nuance is that you want to think that because you're going to keep doing more, but at the same time, you don't want something you created in the past to tell you that like you're doing shit, if that makes sense. Like a schedule, you want to always be like on top of the schedule rather than behind the schedule, because it makes you feel good. And if you're the right type of person like me, who's like always urgent and not like laid back, then you're going to like use that to your advantage. But if you're like laid back, then you're probably going to want a schedule that kind of kicks your ass, right? That makes sense. So yeah, there's nuances for everything. Nothing is binary, obviously. That's a core way of thinking. But yeah, I'm going to get back to work. See you guys. It's been a good day. Good day.